Tonight, we're going to use the last 5 minutes of your day to quietly rewire tomorrow. Not with hype, not with noise, with the calm precision of neuroscience and a few well-chosen sentences you'll say to yourself before bed. This is episode 1, Why Evening Affirmations Are Uniquely Potent for Neuroplasticity and How to Use Them. Start with a simple idea. Your brain is a prediction machine. It constantly updates internal models about who you are, what people are like, and how the world works. Those models get revised most effectively when the system is quiet, safe, and receptive. Evenings naturally give you that window. Cortisol tapers, melatonin rises, sensory input narrows, and the mind shifts from problem-solving to integrating. In that quieter lane, your words stop competing with the day's noise. They sink in. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change its wiring, depends on repetition and relevance. Evening gives you both. Repetition is easier when there's a tiny ritual you attach to bedtime. Relevance goes up because your mind is recapping the day, tagging what mattered, and deciding what to carry forward. If you add clear, compassionate self-statements at that moment, you're essentially handing the brain a labeled folder. Store this. There's also the way emotion and attention interact with memory. When anxiety spikes at night, the amygdala flags threats and the body stays on alert. A steady, safety-anchored script, spoken slowly, strengthens top-down signaling from prefrontal regions that say, "We're safe, we can release today." That top-down message doesn't erase challenges. It changes how your nervous system holds them. Instead of looping on unfinished business, the system receives an instruction to downshift. Think about what happens after lights out. During non-REM sleep, especially deep slow-wave sleep, your brain replays certain patterns from the day, consolidating them into longer-term storage. This replay favors what was emotionally salient and recently tagged. Your last 5 minutes of intentional self-talk can bias those tags. You're not forcing anything. You're tilting the table toward calm, self-trust, and clarity so that the night's replay files those states as important. Evenings also reduce interference. If you say an affirmation at 8 a.m., it can help, but life immediately throws emails, traffic, and surprises at you. The signal degrades. Say it at 10 p.m. and nothing competes. You imprint a clean signal and then go to sleep, giving the brain hours to stabilize that pattern without interruption. It's like pressing save and then closing the laptop so no one overwrites your work. Here's another layer: identity. The stories you tell yourself, "I'm scattered, I always mess this up, no one listens to me," become predictions that the brain tries to confirm. Evenings are the perfect moment to interrupt that pattern with identity-based affirmations grounded in evidence. I kept my word to myself twice today. I am becoming a person who follows through. The brain loves consistency. You're feeding it a narrative it can verify and strengthen. So what actually makes an evening affirmation effective? 3 principles: specificity, safety, and sensory grounding. Specificity means you state something you can recognize tomorrow. Not, "I'm amazing, but I finish one important thing before lunch." Not, "I'm fearless, but I can feel fear and still take the next small step." The brain likes concrete. Safety means you phrase things in a way that lowers nervous system arousal. "It's okay to rest now. I've done enough for today." That message invites the amygdala to stand down, making sleep easier and consolidation smoother. Sensory grounding means you involve the body so the words aren't floating abstractions. You might feel the mattress holding you. Notice your jaw soften and lengthen your exhale while you speak. Now your nervous system has matching data for the message of calm. Let's test this with a brief practice you can return to every night. No gear, no apps, just 5 steps in 5 minutes. First, release. Quietly name 3 things that are no longer yours to carry tonight. Today's meeting outcome, that email thread, the dishes. You're not denying reality. You're setting a boundary between now and later. This teaches the brain that not every open loop warrants nighttime activation. Second, reframe. Choose one irritation from today and give it a learning frame. That conflict taught me I need clearer expectations. Reframing doesn't sugarcoat. It converts raw frustration into usable data. The mind stores skill in progress instead of problem unsolved. Third, remember, name one moment you lived in alignment with your values, even if small. I told the truth. I didn't quit when it got boring. Values-based recall reinforces identity more reliably than outcome-based recall. The brain marks it. This is who we are. Fourth, rehearse. Speak one realistic success you want tomorrow. I will take a 5-minute pause before responding to stress. Keep it tiny. Big promises wake the nervous system. Small commitments feel doable, and prime follow through. Fifth, rest. Close with a safety statement. It's safe to power down. My body knows how to sleep. My mind can process what it needs while I rest. You're handing control to a system designed to restore you. Now, some evening affirmation lines you can adopt, adapt, and rotate. I did enough for today. It's safe to stop. My worth is not measured by what I finished. It's rooted in who I'm becoming. I keep small promises to myself. Tomorrow I'll keep one more. I can feel emotions without being driven by them. I release what I can't control and focus my energy where it matters. I learn quickly when I'm gentle with myself. I sleep as an act of strategy, not escape. Notice that none of these deny reality. They direct it. They shift you from threat to growth, from rumination to integration. That's the neuroplastic move. Let's address the quiet skepticism that might be here. Isn't this just woo? No, this is self-directed attention shaping neural pathways through repetition, context, and emotion. You do this already, only unconsciously, by replaying arguments or criticizing yourself at night. That too is a kind of affirmation. We're simply making the process conscious and constructive. Another concern, what if I don't believe the words? Then shrink the claim until it's true. If I am calm, feels false, try I can create a little more calm right now. If I am confident doesn't land, say, I can act with care even when I'm not confident. Accuracy matters. Your brain resists declarations that violate your lived evidence, but it welcomes statements that stretch you one notch past where you are. Consistency beats intensity. A short nightly ritual practiced for 30 days will outperform a long, perfect routine you abandon after a week. Pair your words with a trigger, the lamp switch, the journal on your pillow, the act of setting your phone to airplane mode. Triggers reduce decision fatigue and keep the groove alive. Environment helps too. Dimmer, warmer light signals the brain that night mode is on. Cooler rooms tend to support sleep onset. A bit of order, a cleared nightstand, tomorrow's outfit chosen, reduces open-loop stress and makes your safety statements more believable. You're aligning the scene with the script. Let's talk timing. The sweet spot is the last 5 to 10 minutes before you fully settle. If you like to read or stretch, place your affirmations right after that activity and immediately before lights out. If you pray or journal, speak them as your closing lines. Remember the principle: high signal, low interference. What about journaling with affirmations? It's a powerful pairing. Write 1 or 2 sentences capturing your reframe and your tiny rehearsal for tomorrow. Keep it short. This isn't a brain dump, it's a save file. The act of writing adds motor and visual channels to the verbal one, deepening the imprint. A quick word on language choices. Use present or progressive tense. I am learning, I am becoming. Avoid negations that keep your attention on the problem. I won't be anxious spotlights anxiety. Try I know how to soothe my system. Keep your lines short enough to speak on one breath. Breath cues the body. Long sentences defeat the point. If you want a templated script to use tonight, here's a clean one. Tonight I did enough. I can put the day down now. One challenge taught me name it, and tomorrow I'll apply that learning. I kept my word to myself when I name it, and that's who I'm becoming. Tomorrow, I'll take one small action. Name it. It's safe to rest. My body restores me while I sleep. Speak it slowly. Let pauses do half the work. If emotion rises, let it. Tears, relief, or a deep exhale are signs your system is updating. Why does this matter? Because mornings are execution, nights are editing. You can sprint harder tomorrow, or you can edit the code tonight so the sprint runs on cleaner logic. Evening affirmations are code edits, small, precise, compounding. Give yourself a 7-night challenge. Same time window, same trigger, same short script, adapted to the day. Track 2 things: how quickly you fall asleep and one behavior tomorrow that matched your rehearsal. Don't expect perfection, expect drift, gradual, noticeable, encouraging. If you miss a night, resume without drama. The nervous system learns from what you repeat most, not from what you skip sometimes. If your season is chaotic, shrink the ritual further. Whisper one line while you turn off the lamp. It's safe to stop. Even that teaches your system a new ending to the day. Before we close, consider the bigger promise here. You're not trying to manufacture positivity. You're training your brain to notice truth more completely. The work you did, the progress you're making, the things that can wait, the next right step. Over time, that training becomes identity. Identity shapes behavior without force. That's the quiet lever you're pulling each night. Tonight, make it simple. Choose a release, a reframe, a remember, a rehearsal, and a rest line. Speak them softly. Let the day end with intention. Your brain will take it from there. You've just finished episode 1 of Evening Affirmation Deep Dive on Neuro-Nightly Insights. If this helped, follow along for the full series. Come back tomorrow night. We'll explore how the prefrontal cortex responds to nighttime self-talk and how to amplify its calming effect. Until then, it's safe to rest.